From Mamma Mia, welcome to The Spill, your daily pop culture fix. I'm Laura Brodnick.
And I'm Em Burnham.
And coming up on the show today, look, there are two very famous men that we need to take to task over some of their actions. Glen Powell is on the cover of a magazine. The photos are going viral. We've got some crazy stuff to say about his interview. Plus, our old pal, Brooklyn Beckham.
Our bestie.
Our fave Nepo baby. I don't mean to play favourites with the Nepo babies, but he is the best.
He's the best one.
He has done something way more scandalous.
He's come after our other bestie,
He's
Meghan
come
Markle.
after Meghan Markle. And this has nothing to do with his family feud. That's old news. So we're going to get into that.
It's nothing to do with his vows either.
Yeah. Actually, there's quite a lot to say about him, our fave kid. But first,
are you going for a new look?
Okay,
if you're watching on YouTube.
This is the one time, Spillers, I'm going to tell you something that our producer won't like. Don't watch our YouTube channel today. Don't go to our socials.
LB looks a bit damp.
Guys,
it's a lot going on.
Don't go to our Instagram. Don't go to our TikTok.
And our producer was like, no, we have to do video.
We look horrendous today.
Disgusting.
So you were off last week because you had a sty.
I had a sty. And look.
It's the third co-host today.
You and TB, I listened to the episode. You and Tina Burke said, Emily's ill. Ha ha ha.
Because I knew I'd seen the photos of the sty.
Spillers, I physically couldn't see. My sty was so big. Like my whole right side of my face was like drooping down. It was massive. I've gotten to a point where it's still there, but people aren't gagging by looking at me now.
I mean, no, it's fine.
God.
You look great.
And I'm also wearing my glasses, so I'm trying to like really.
No, I love the sty. I'm going to miss it. And mine, okay, now you've made mine not sound
it's like
as bad.
It was our third co-host.
Now you've made my issue sound not as bad.
It's not as bad.
I look way worse than you. So it's torrential rain in Sydney at the moment where we're recording The Spill.
It looks like that.
It
doesn't look bad. It just
does
looks like
bad.
You've just like taken your fringe off.
And what I've got,
but it's just,
I got caught. So my building is flooding. I had to walk through like knee-length flooding in the streets, and I have a massive suitcase because I'm flying to Queensland tonight. And so
really, it's your sister's fault because you're flying for her birthday.
Yes, my nephew's birthday. And so can I just say, it always looks so romantic and fun in rom-coms when the main character, of which I am, gets caught in the rain. And they have this meet cute, and it's all chic and fun. And can I just say, the reality is very different.
Yeah.
I was just like walking through the streets, pulling my suitcase. I'm drenched. A lovely young lady did offer to put her umbrella over me, and I was like, "We're too far gone," and she agreed.
Oh,
and
that's
I
so nice.
stomped into the office.
Suitcases are hard to manage. I don't know how Belly did it in that nightclub.
Yeah. Everyone keeps making fun of Belly from The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm like, no, that's all of us in Europe. So anyway, we look horrendous today. That's not the topic of the top of the show. We've got something else to discuss. Not. So yeah, don't follow us on socials, I think is the takeaway there.
In fact, unfollow.
Unfollow us, block us, and our personal accounts as well. No one should see this. The other big news that broke last night, so it was quite a big build up to this because Alex Cooper, the host of Call Her Daddy, put out this little teaser video that she was going to announce the next Bachelorette.
Yes.
For the American version of The Bachelorette.
I got very confused. I thought she was going to be the Bachelorette.
She's married.
I don't know what happens in showbiz.
I don't know what these. I mean, that would have been a great plot twist. And a lot of people also thought that Alex Cooper was potentially hosting the new Bachelorette season.
That makes more sense.
But she's developing her own big dating show franchise at the moment through her production company. So it was more that they just tapped her to do the promo. And there were a lot of rumors around who it was. It was excellent marketing because when's the last time someone cared about The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
Literally never.
It's a bit bigger, that franchise, in America.
Yeah, it's not really big here. In fact, I think we're kind of like losing it.
Oh, people are excited for The Golden Bachelor because it feels new and different.
The Golden Bachelor is excited for The Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, he is. But and then it came out that it was the new Bachelorette is Taylor Frankie Paul.
Who's also famous.
Yes, very famous. So she was one of the founding members of Mom Talk. If you followed them the last couple of years on TikTok, they're this Mormon community of mums who kind of came together and got this huge following on TikTok. And then they went on to star in the very successful reality TV series, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah.
And Taylor Frankie Paul was always kind of seen like the ringleader of the group. And she's had some of the biggest storylines on the reality show, which has had 2 seasons. And the 3rd season's coming because she was, I mean, they all married really young, had kids really young, and then the scandal came out on Mom Talk. Do you remember this? No. And it was, that they had there'd been some sort of cheating scandal, and that's when the show.
Yes.
But the cheating scandal was like the wives would kiss, and then like the couples would have sex in the bed next to each other, which is still, I mean, that's still scandalous if you haven't done it before. I don't know.
A bit.
I think people thought they were all swinging, and some different stuff came up.
And you know what? They could be.
Well, I mean, I hope so. Season 3.
I hope so for them.
But Taylor Frankie Paul is an interesting one because she, as I said, got married really young, had kids, broke up with her husband. That was a huge deal on the show. She fell in love with this other guy, Dakota. They had a really crazy relationship.
Prestige reality TV.
Yeah, exactly. She got pregnant to him and then had the baby after they broke up, I think. She was also arrested on misdemeanor charges of assault, criminal mischief, and there was this commission to domestic violence, which she pleaded guilty to aggravated assault in August of 2023. And those charges were dismissed, but she has been on probation for a long time. And can I say, I actually think she's a great choice for The Bachelorette.
Why?
After everything I just said, you just said why.
She seems like chaos, like chaotic energy.
That's what we need. But I also think it's going to be...
What kind of guy do you think she'll end up with?
Well, this is the interesting thing because I was listening to her interview on Call Her Daddy and she's never dated before, which I find really interesting. Even though
she's a relationship girl.
Yeah, she's in her early 30s. Well, she got married really young because she's a Mormon, and then she kind of went straight from her husband to this other guy.
And also finding like the other guy after you've got all this fame behind you.
Yeah. And so I just think that she's not as curated as like a perfect kind of influencer or someone going in there. She's not as bland as just like, you know, God bless them, just those sweet women who are 25. They're like, I just never found love. Yeah. And I'm going in. I just love that she's lived a big chaotic life.
And everyone knows her because historically with these like dating reality shows, it's usually a nobody and then they get made into a somebody by going on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's already a somebody.
It's such good casting. I think Alex Cooper was saying on the pod that it was meant to, they weren't even going to have The Bachelorette this year or something like that. It was going to be The Bachelor. But then Taylor Frankie Paul, I always have to say her full name.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a great name.
Taylor, I don't know her. She put on TikTok, like she made a little TikTok video, a joke about being The Bachelorette, and it just picked up a lot of traction and people were resharing it.
So that's how you do it.
That's how you should do it.
That's how you do it.
No, and
okay, I'm writing down my notes.
You would be, I'm not even joking. I'm not even saying this because we're friends and it would be great for this pod. I'm not even saying this. You would be the best Bachelorette. Because they need someone with a personality. They need someone interesting, but someone who is also open to love. But mostly someone who can deliver some great one-liners and has a personality.
If I was a Bachelorette, I know it would get down to 2 contestants and then they'd both tap out. They'd be like, actually, we don't want this.
I don't know if that's true, but it would be great TV.
Yeah, I'd make it fun.
And then like you just have the Bachelorette mansion for a week. So like we would all come and hang out and just have a girls trip. That'd be great.
And then because the boys can't be there. No. So it's just me by myself in this. Oh my God, I love this.
Okay, let's give this a go. Okay. Hey, Australian TV, whichever network owns it now.
Hi, Australian TV. M. Burnham here, ready to be your next Bachelorette. Ding.
List your qualities.
Oh, I'm funny.
I'm like a stage mom. I'm like trying to make this happen.
I'm funny. I'm smart. I'm sometimes pretty, depending on my period cycle. And most importantly, I don't have much money and I need some.
There you go. There's nothing we love more than a desperate woman.
There you go.
Well, if Taylor Frankie Paul can do it, you can do it too. So stay tuned. Emily Verdon, The Bachelorette 2026.
So the time has come to talk about my new favorite celebrity.
Oh.
His name is Glen Powell. Have you heard of him?
Oh, once or twice.
So Glen Powell recently did an interview, like profile cover with GQ magazine. And if you haven't seen the chaotic photos that have come from this profile, you don't need to because I'm about to do a visual explanation.
Oh, great.
Okay. So on the cover, we have Glen Powell on the top, MMA fighter on the bottom.
It took me a second to realize when I looked at that. Like my brain couldn't compute what I was looking at, that those are not his legs.
I know that men get, like some men who work out a lot get quite nervous about showing their legs if they haven't trained leg day. So I'm assuming he didn't train leg day.
Oh, sure.
Which is why he's wearing this big like muscle suit just on his legs. On the top, on the top of the muscle suit, he's wearing like Calvin Klein briefs.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing a singlet that's pulled up to his midriff. I don't know if men have midriffs.
I feel like Glen Powell does. Not all men, but he does.
He has a midriff. He looks very, very good. Okay. And then this is followed by a series of other photos. So the next photo photo is every Hinge girl's worst nightmare.
Oh, no.
It's a gym bathroom selfie.
No. He might as well be holding a huge fish.
I know. I'm surprised I didn't get a fish in there.
Some magazine needs to do a parody of that. All the terrible photos men put on dating apps and just run that. And we're so full of ideas
They need
today.
to run it with like a Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Like that would look oh my God.
Oh, he would do that.
Someone hire us.
He's bland but hilarious.
Bland but hilarious. So in that photo, he's wearing like a Balenciaga ripped tank with the muscle suit again. The next photo, Glen Powell is the president of the United States.
As he should be.
As he should be. He's like clean cut. He's got a very shiny face and like the light catches on all like the sharpness of his face, like his jawline
really
and his nose. I've been staring at these photos like so hard that I can see like the pixels in them.
So hard that your sty is like retreated back into your eye.
My sty is starting to...
Your sty is like in love with Glen Powell.
It's like pulsating. It has its own heartbeat.
Your stie's in a love story with Glen Powell.
Okay, I want to go to my favorite photo.
Okay.
So there's a heaps of hectic ones, but my favorite one, he's wearing like a leather vest with like a wool trimming.
Hot.
In one hand, he's holding a baseball bat, and in the other hand, he's holding a big glass of raw eggs that he's seemingly already sipped because he's got some raw eggs around his mouth. So I feel like all of these photos, they're so creative and so well done, and they all have this underlining undertone of like alpha male. Like in the background, there's like these energy drinks and he's wearing like these big compression boots, like a lot of biohacking stuff that he also talks about in the interview that he's really into. There's one photo where he looks like he's getting like this neon yellow liquid injected into his face and he's wearing like this sheer kaftan. And it's just like one of those really creative photo shoots that makes you go, oh my God, I really love magazines.
Yeah, because we're in September. Just before this, we had the September release of all the magazines. And that's historically the biggest magazine of the year, the biggest ad revenue. And so all the big magazines save their best cover ideas for September.
Yeah.
And it's been a little bland across the yards. Like, again, I don't want to throw stones at other people who are way more successful than me. But even the Vogue cover, where it's Gigi Hadid and Kendall, too pretty, but the blandest of bland girls.
It looks like the girls at brunch, like me and my friend. I mean, I don't look like that.
But again, it's just them kind of looking pretty.
It's like a Getty photo.
It's a very bland photo. It's very safe. Like they're just wearing the kind of clothes that you see them in all the time. They didn't say anything interesting in the interview. They're both like, we like horses. And I was like, is there more to this?
Yeah.
It's just when you've seen some of the cover photos that have come out in September issues, it was a bit bland. So I think this is like interesting. It goes to show that you can kind of push the envelope.
Yeah.
And also maybe like women are more because they're, you know, so aware of what their image could be if they had dressed in a certain way, that Glen Powell's got a bit more freedom to kind of do something like this. But did you read the interview?
I did read the interview.
I just got one thing to say about this, and it happens in the intro bit where they say, when Glen Powell showed up in Hollywood, the industry wasn't quite ready for an actor of his qualities. What? The industry wasn't ready for him. He's a tall, white, thin, blonde man with some arm muscles who's got like an okay personality. That's every man in Hollywood. What do you mean we weren't ready for him? Or was the ship full? Is that what they mean?
I kind of agree with that statement.
Really?
Yes. And he explains it in the interview.
No, I know, but I just thought that was the
wildest
thing.
But I got it because like he came on the stage like when he was doing like his like little bits. He'd always played like this jock or like this like neighbor guy.
Yeah.
And he'd always be in like these little bits in like a Disney Channel show or Nickelodeon show. And even then I wasn't too into him. Like he was very good looking. It's like he came into the space where, and he talks about how like Robert Pattinson was the guy that you wanted to be, like dark, brooding, like that's what teenage girls of that generation was in love with. They weren't in love with the Brad Pitts. They weren't in love with the Glen Powells. And he came on a bit, like he got famous later because then we started getting around the hot, muscly guy again. So it's like we went from hot, muscly guy to dark, brooding guy back to hot, muscly guy.
Interesting.
And he's also like, he's 36, which is like still really young, but like he's still a heartthrob for younger girls and he's aging out of that quite quickly, and I think he's quite aware of that.
Oh, so this is like his attempt to win over a wider audience.
And I think what I liked about his interview, which I really respected, is that he knows that he's never going to be that dark, brooding guy. So he's just like taking every role as he can right now after like he got really famous with Top Gun Maverick. And the bit that goes hand in hand with the photos he's done for this interview is that he is kind of a biohacky guy, which has such a negative label to it. I feel like especially women, single women, when they hear a guy is like into biohacking and listening to these like crazy podcasts, you're like immediate red flag.
Yeah, red flags everywhere.
And so he's been quite quiet about it. But there are parts in the interview where he says some guys go out to drinks with their friends.
Yeah.
I take my friends to the sauna.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, he's not doing himself any favors. Or when he does like this power coffee where he puts all the different power stuff in there.
And Tom Cruise is like, it looks like you're drinking a stool sample.
I know. And for Tom Cruise to think you're weird.
Yeah.
Like,
so Glen Powell's like, all right, I need to relax.
A bridge too
I need
far.
to relax.
No, I know what you're saying. And I feel bad for the trauma he's been through trying to break into Hollywood.
Not me defending Glen Powell.
You defending this white, blonde, muscly, straight, heartthrob man, being like, he's had it really tough, guys, in Hollywood. We weren't ready for him. He's had to break in. He's broken down boundaries. When will someone give a white man a chance?
Oh, he wrote a letter to Sylvester Stallone. It's really hard to write to Sylvester Stallone.
I know, and he was in
Expendables 3, which is the second best Expendables movie.
I thought of you when he said he was writing to Sylvester Stallone because he was on the edge of famine. And I was like, I wouldn't be throwing famine around if I was you.
You can't be throwing famine around.
I feel like you were living with your parents at the time, which is obviously not great, but let's not bring famine into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then when I saw Expendables, I was like, oh, this is why Emily...
You know exactly what landed me.
This is what Emily has aligned herself. I also thought it was interesting because as we know, he's Tom Cruise's like anointed one until Tom Cruise saw the...
He's like his protege that Tom Cruise has chosen.
Yeah, until he saw the coffee. But... Ooh. He was saying in the article that he originally was auditioning for the Miles Teller role in Top Gun Maverick, which is the big lead role next to Tom Cruise.
And he sounded pretty upset that he didn't get it.
Yeah, he walked away from the movie. He didn't get it and he walked away from the movie. And because Tom Cruise is interviewed for this article, and Tom Cruise is so funny. He's like, I had to explain to Glenn. This is written, but I could just see how Tom Cruise would say it.
I can see Tom Cruise running after Glenn on the plane runway while they're wearing their Top Gun uniform.
And he's doing his signature run. And he outruns a car and a plane.
He outruns a car and a plane. He bypasses Glenn, runs straight into the water. He's running on the water. He
parachutes down to Glenn's like, stop, don't leave. And then Glenn's like, I guess I have to stay in the movie. But yeah, he was like, I had to explain to Glenn, he couldn't see my vision. He didn't know the way I made movies. And I said he had to stay. It's like, he still had a pretty big lead role in that movie.
Yeah. I was like, sounds like you threatened Glenn. Glenn felt unsafe.
Yeah, Glenn's just sitting there looking down. He's like, yeah, that's what happened. It's fine. Oh, well, you feel sorry for Glen Powell again.
Yeah.
That poor boy. When will he get a break?
I really like him. He's doing so well, though.
And his muscly legs.
And
he has overcome so much.
He's overcome the famine. He's overcome a lot.
He's overcome being hot. It's hard out there. Well, we'll link the full GQ interview in the show notes.
It's a long read. Like he says a lot.
Yeah, guys, strap in, pour yourself a coffee, clear your calendar.
Pour yourself a coffee, leave out the mushrooms.
Yeah, don't make it look like stool. And just read this interview of Emily's new favourite actor, allegedly.
So from one man to the next. One like, you know how they describe Glen Powell's hair?
Yeah.
They were like, brown earring on the side of blonde, which I feel like is a great way to explain this man here.
Yeah, absolutely. What a good segue.
I'm talking about Brooklyn Beckham, our very, very good friend. So we need to have some words with him because he's coming after our very good friend, as we mentioned before, Meghan Markle. Brooklyn Beckham is making jam, literally.
Yes.
So I want to do a quick recap of our besties' ventures before we get into it. So as we know, he's dabbled in photography.
And that ended really badly
before he realised that elephants are really hard to photograph.
I know. The elephant's staying there waiting to have its picture taken. And he still couldn't get it.
The elephant's like, turn the fucking flash on.
I actually feel it's a huge miss on our part that we don't own the Brooklyn Beckham photography book. I've talked about it so much. I've memorized. I know every picture.
Why has no one sent us the book?
Well, I think we should buy it and support him.
Okay, let's buy it and then expense it.
I think we need it because there's also he tried to photograph a table. And tables notoriously hard to photograph. They move.
I agree.
They get angry. It's out of shot.
The shadows of the legs. Yeah. It's really, really hard. Something else we should probably buy, a certain hot sauce.
Oh yeah,
because he got into the hot sauce business after I guess hot sauce became a thing.
Yeah, well, he's like, I just liked it
He
when asked
did
about
like
his
a-
business
like a
plan. And I
Cloud
was like,
23.
"Aw." Yeah.
And it's like a beautiful glass bottle with like a little wooden stopper at the top. And he
went
made 3
around
different
and-
versions.
Yeah, and he went around his little food truck selling it.
Yes, because he also was into burgers and
Yeah.
toasties.
Yeah.
And we know he loves to be a chef because David Beckham loves to cook. So Brooklyn Beckham's like, oh, everyone seems to love you cooking. How about I cook?
But David Beckham's out in his backyard cooking these like fancy dinners with all of
steaks
these
and
like
stuff.
outdoor, like he's got his little outdoor pizza oven, his outdoor stove and stuff. And Brooklyn's in the kitchen being like, if you put the hot sauce on the burger, it'll taste good.
Yeah.
that's
So he's
so
a
true.
bit different.
Yeah.
So what I think our friend Brooklyn did was he watched the second season of With Love, Meghan and was like, oh.
And he was glued to the screen,
He was
taking
glued
notes.
to
He
the
wasn't watching it ironically.
No.
He watched it to him.
was
That
like,
was
"How
like
do I
watching
do
a war
this?"
documentary. He was
Exactly.
like, I need to really study this history.
And what stuck with him was the fact that Meghan says cooking is an art, but baking is a science.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn's like, maybe I should get into baking because my dad's already doing the art.
Yeah.
My dad's already doing cooking.
gonna
He's
do
got
the
that covered.
science.
I'm going to do the science.
Yeah.
So he's starting slow. He's starting with making jam. So he posted this video on Instagram of him making jam, like the journey
Yeah.
he went on to make this jam. Comments are not nice.
I know. I nearly went
It's
into it. I'm like,
really
am I about to
mean.
start fighting in the comments of Brooklyn Beckham's Instagram? I was this
Yeah.
close to doing it.
Okay, so I'm just going to recap the video. And
Yeah.
then after I recap, then you can make your own comments.
Okay.
Okay. So it starts off, he's chopping a lot of strawberries up and he's putting them in the sink to wash them. The sink is the size of my apartment. The strawberries looks like there's 5 strawberries in there, but I'm sure there's like 30.
Yeah.
Because the sink is that big. He then puts all the strawberries in a pot on the stove and adds a whole heap of sugar. This is the step that Megan missed, which is why she got strawberry preserve, not jam.
Not jam. Oh, I forgot about that huge scandal. Yeah.
And he just starts smashing the hell out of them. The wooden spoon isn't doing the job. So he grabs something that looks more like a plunger.
Oh no!
And he's really
you just
going
know that
in
boy's
on that.
never had to use a plunger before. He's never cleaned or fixed anything in his
No.
life. So he's like, this is a fancy kitchen utensil.
I'm pretty sure it is a fancy kitchen utensil. It's not one I personally come across, but that's also because I've rarely been in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's so fair.
So I'm not sure. Anyway, he tries to smash all the strawberries together. He tries one of the strawberries. He doesn't make any comment on it, so we don't know what it tastes like.
Oh.
He then removes the froth from the top, which looks like something you're meant to do,
Yeah.
and puts it on a paper
For
towel.
all the criticism we're throwing, I don't know how to make jam.
Unclear, but it looks correct.
Yeah.
He then goes in with what looks like a kettlebell.
Oh.
And he like really pushes the strawberries out. The strawberries are like, I am not being smashed today, sir.
I mean, a strawberry notoriously not that hard to smash
Not that hard.
unless you're Brooklyn Beckham.
Unless you're Brooklyn Beckham, where you have to use every single. I reckon he ran over to mum and dad's, got some more utensils, came back. He's like, Dad, I need your strawberry
It's
smasher.
like, I'm so sorry. No, we're not speaking right now, but I need the strawberry
I
smasher.
need the strawberry
and you
smasher.
also know this is the only thing he had on his calendar for today.
Exactly.
So his whole day has
No,
been
this
taken
took the
up.
whole day.
Oh,
like you
sure.
see the lighting move multiple times throughout the
You
screen.
see days, seasons change in the background.
I think he's got it to a good consistency, or what he presumes a good consistency. He then scoops the alleged jam out and spreads it on some toast with butter. Look, the consistency of the jam is something we need to talk about.
Yeah.
It's giving strawberry water.
Oh no,
It's very watery. And I think that's because you need to let it rest. And I think he went to apply it straight away, which, you know what, if you're making jam for the first time, you're excited.
Yeah, you want to
don't
eat
have
it
time to
straight-
rest.
And also, he's been, as we said, seasons changed in the background while he did this. He spent weeks on this jam.
Exactly.
He needed to eat it. I know. I watched this video as soon as it was posted, and I was rooting for him the whole way through. I was like, this is going badly, but at the end, he might have some good jam. And when he spread that watery strawberry gluck onto the toast and ate it, and
It sinks like right through.
and it just dripped off the sides, I was like, oh, Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. And then you know what he did?
Yeah.
He takes his strawberry. It's not for him. He takes his strawberry toast, leaves the kitchen, walks into what I think is a different kitchen,
He's
his
got two
second kitchen, to who I think is waiting there, Nicola, and gives her the soggy jam.
I mean, that girl's been through enough. Don't make her eat that.
And also, don't make her wait in the second kitchen. Let her be there with
Do
you.
you think they have two kitchens? One's like his play kitchen and one's the kitchen for the chef who actually cooks for them?
Yeah. You know what it's reminding me of? When she tried to give him that line in her movie.
I was just thinking that because the thing is, the only person I think who really calls Brooklyn Beckham on the fact that he's a bit of an idiot is Nicola Peltz Beckham.
Yeah.
Because, so
She's I'll redo my vows after 3 years, but you're not going to be in my movie.
Exactly. So she directed a movie, which is huge. I know her parents probably funded it, but she still did it.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn had one line, and
was
they
hi.
shot it multiple times. Yeah, he had to say hi.
Hi. And he said it wrong.
He couldn't do it. And after a while, she said, we had to move on. And he got cut.
Brooklyn, no.
He had one line.
Brooklyn.
Oh, that sweet boy. And remember their infamous wedding texts that were made public because she tried to sue the wedding planners, and Brooklyn jumps in on the wedding text chain, and he's saying that the only thing he cares about for the wedding is he wants boy and girl sliders, and he wants the boy slider to be like meaty and like juicy, and the girl slider to be like a low-cal patty wrapped in a piece of lettuce. And Nicola just jumps in and she's like, don't talk to Brooklyn. He doesn't know what he's saying. And Brooklyn didn't say anything else about the wedding.
He's like, you know what? I don't.
I know. And also, he's meant to be a chef. He wasn't even allowed to weigh in on the food for his own wedding.
Damn it. None of the girls got their lettuce.
I hate that you've made me feel bad in this episode for Glen Powell and Brooklyn Beckham.
I'm so sorry. But I feel like that's kind of
privileged,
cool.
wealthy men who are just underdogs, really.
The fact that I also pitched both of these stories, I'm like, I need to reevaluate my life right
You're
now.
like, this is what I'm thinking about right now. This is how I want to make the world a better place for women and girls.
Shit. Damn it.
Do you think Meghan Markle watched that video and was like, oh, because the thing is,
I think she watched that video, sent it to Harry, and was like, take a look at this guy.
Yeah.
Even he can't do it.
you're like, things could be worse, Harry. Just remember, things could always be worse.
Things could be worse. So I just, you know what? This is a call out to all celebrities. Someone, any one of you,
Figure
make
out how to
me one good fucking jam. That's all I
I
want.
know. Em wants some jam. It's not actually out of the realm of possibility. I'm just thinking that Brooklyn and Meghan, there's a jam collab in the future. I know everyone thinks he's coming for her, but wasn't that the story that, because remember Harry was really good friends with the Beckhams.
Yes.
And allegedly they've had a big falling out off the back
Aren't
of
they
his
friends
falling
now?
out with Prince William and Kate Middleton. And apparently the Beckhams chose Prince William and Catherine. And so Harry and Meghan aren't friends with them now. And apparently Brooklyn and Nicola have gone to Harry and Meghan for advice on like breaking up with your famous family.
And Harry and Meghan was like, don't do anything, just make jam.
Yeah.
It seems to work.
Oh my God, he's making the jam. Because do you think that they went over to the fancy...
They're doing their playbook.
Yeah, they went over to Meghan and Harry's fancy beige home with their dogs running around and their chickens and stuff. And Meghan was like, took Brooklyn's hand and was like, I'm going to tell you how to heal from this family rift. You got to make some jam.
Gotta make some jam.
And then he followed her recipe and it didn't end well.
Okay. These are my predictions.
Okay.
Either Brooklyn and Nicola do their own home cooking lifestyle-y show on Netflix.
I hope so. That
would be amazing. Or we're going to see him on season 3 of With Love, Meghan.
No, it's going to be With Love Brooklyn. It's the next. He takes over. It's the spin-off series.
They use the same home.
They use the same fake home and the same crew.
The people who actually live there, it's like, I haven't been in our house in years.
Mindy Kaling comes over and Brooklyn makes her morning tea.
Mindy Kaling comes over and Brooklyn's like, it's actually Peltz Beckham, Mindy.
Yeah. Don't
and
you know
Mindy's
that?
like,
It's so
"Fucking
weird
hell."
that you called me Brooklyn Beckham.
I'm actually Peltz Beckham since I married my wife,
Yeah,
my billionaire
it's so weird
wife.
that you don't know that.
Mindy.
It writes itself. Oh, we're so full of good ideas
We
today.
have great ideas. I hope you've all written that down
Yeah.
today.